How's it going, everybody? This is Dustin, your bar manager at Foundry Distilling Company. We are super excited to be bringing you a virtual adult cocktail class in partnership with the Waukee Public Library. We're going to make 3 cocktails today, all with Foundry Distilling Company spirits produced right here in West Des Moines. We're going to start with the Shoe-In Mule, for which you have the ingredients in your kit. So for this mule, you're going to need Foundry vodka, apple cider, lime, and ginger beer. I went ahead and put the apple cider and some ice in the mason jar you should have already. We are going to go ahead and add our Foundry vodka. This will make 2 cocktails worth. And if you're flying solo, this will take care of you all night. So we have our vodka, apple cider, ice in the mason jar. Let's go ahead and squeeze limes. You can squeeze as many as you prefer. I'm going to squeeze 1. Dump it, and a second one, and drop. Let that soak in there. Final step, it's an easy cocktail. Pop open our ginger beer, top that baby off. I'm going to use a bar spoon to stir, but you can use anything you have at home just to kind of get all those ingredients to mesh together. Beautiful, nice fall harvest color. Add a fun straw. And that right there is the Shoe-In Mule with a little apple cider. You could add an apple slice or a cinnamon stick if you want to get real fancy. Hope you enjoy. All right, next cocktail we're gonna make is called the Fool's Gold. This is made with our latest release. This is Midnight Ritual Malt Whiskey. This is a super cool thing we do here at Foundry Distilling Company. This whiskey was made out of Boulevard unfiltered wheat beer. The simple way to say is they send us the unfermented version of the beer. We add a distiller's yeast and we make whiskey out of that. So the Fool's Gold, you're going to need Foundry Midnight Ritual, honey, cinnamon, lemon, and a little bit of egg white will be optional as well. It seems like a lot, but you can get all of these things at your local grocery store, and you can do this at home, I promise. Even a shaker set, 13, 15 bucks online, you can get all set up. So the first thing we need to do is build into our shaker. I'm going to do 2 ounces of Midnight Ritual whiskey. Going to do 1 ounce of honey. A ½ ounce of lemon juice, and you can adjust those amounts depending on if you like your cocktails more sweet or tart. And here's where the egg white comes in. The egg white is going to froth up the cocktail and add a nice layer of foam at the top. But if that's not your speed, don't need to do it. I'm going to put just a couple of little capfuls. All right, and at this point, we need to dry shake the drink first, and then we will add ice and shake. So I'm gonna take my shaker set, and just for a few seconds, get that egg white mixed in there. Once that is done, now we're gonna add some of our ice. And now we can do the real fancy cocktail bartender shake that you see in our Alchemy Lounge, our own cocktail bar. Do this for 10 to 15 seconds until the shaker's frost up. Your cocktail is well mixed and cold. Perfect. Give a little squeeze at the top to break these apart. Strainer, pour over fresh ice. This is a great cocktail for the change of seasons because we are going to top it off with a little bit of cinnamon. Like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy, just cinnamon from your local store. there you have it. That is the Fool's Gold made with Foundry Midnight Ritual Whiskey. The last cocktail we're going to make tonight is a classic. It is the Old Fashioned. And for this, we're going to use Foundry 10-year corn whiskey, Angostura bitters, orange, and a little bit of sugar. I'm going to use brown sugar that I've boiled down into a syrup. You could also use a sugar cube and a splash of water if you would like. First thing we're going to do is add a ½ ounce of sugar in the bottom of our mixing glass. And just like I'm doing, you can use a pint glass you have at home. It doesn't have to be a fancy cocktail or stirring glass, anything like that. This is perfectly fine. Angostura bitters, available at any liquor store or liquor department. I'm gonna do 3 dashes. And then 2 ounces of Foundry 10-year corn whiskey. This whiskey is made with 80% Iowa corn, 15% rye, and 4% barley. That 80% corn is going to make it a little extra sweet, which is perfect for an old fashioned where we're adding some sugar and orange. It was also aged for 10 years in Templeton rye barrels, so it's just full of body and character. It's going to make this the best old fashioned you ever had. We have all our ingredients in the mixing glass that we need. So now we're going to add ice all the way to the top. And the reason for that is that you want the whole glass to get cold while you stir it. And again, I'm going to use a bar spoon because I'm that guy, but you can use whatever you've got at home. Stir for 10 to 15 seconds. That's going to allow this to dilute, but not quite as much as when we shake. This will end up with a little less dilution in the drink. Let that ice melt down a little bit. Perfect. At this point, we're going to strain over fresh ice. So I've got my cocktail glass. We're just going to watch this beautiful old fashioned come up to the top. And the final touch, the thing that really rounds this cocktail out, is to take any sort of peeler you have. You can use a knife if you need to shave an orange rind off of a fresh orange. You're going to, here's where you get real fancy. If you want to feel like a cocktailer, this is the moment. Twist the orange a couple times. That drops oils into the drink. We call that expressing the orange, if you're going to be pompous about it. And then wipe the glass around the outside and drop that peel in, so when you go to drink, you get that orange character first and the sweet old-fashioned follows. Cheers, friends. There you have it, guys. We have made 3 delicious cocktails tonight using Foundry Distilling Company spirits. We sent you home with the Shoe-In Mule using Foundry vodka and apple cider. We made a Fool's Gold using Midnight Ritual malt whiskey made from Boulevard unfiltered wheat beer. And we made a delicious old-fashioned using our 10-year aged corn whiskey. Thank you so much to the Waukee Public Library for reaching out to us and partnering with us. Thank you to you guys for signing up for this program and taking the first steps to being a master mixologist. If you can manage what we did tonight, you're already halfway there, and I will look forward to hiring you in the future at our cocktail bar. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 to 10 p.m. Saturdays, 2 to 11. You can find us up front whipping up these and more on our fall menu. Until I see you there, buy local, be safe, and drink up.